Guys, forgive me for being late. Let me make sure I got the audio going because everything's plugged in. Welcome everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Guys, forgive me, forgive me. We are here. We have started. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Lord have mercy, the hair is crazy. Yes, it is. Welcome everybody. Oh man, oh man. We have to talk, buddy. It's on mute and pause this real quick. Hey, let me shout out some people. I got to shout out Mirror Moon. Excuse me, Mirror Moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the Venmo, my love. I appreciate it. I got it. Thank you, thank you. Also, let me shout out Evil Queen for gifting like 10 memberships right when our stream ended yesterday. So, Evil Queen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got to get going. We have so much to review. I'm going to be live probably later to talk about a little situation that's been happening. But that deserves a whole live in itself. Okay. VD Kitten, Kissamooch, Mirrored Moon, Jay McCarthy, Dee Dee, Wims in the house. Welcome, Storm. Shout out to you, love. Cheek Susan. Yes, yes, yes. Nebby, Smurgy. Shout out to you, my love. Yes, yes. Everybody come through. Dee Dee's in the house. A Lovey Cats has arrived. Shout out to you, my love. Bacon. You say you eating bacon? Oh, bacon sounds really delicious right now, actually. Good morning to everybody. I got my coffee. Okay. Yes, I got a little refill. Ice is on point. Plenty of ice for us. We have not run out. Amanda's in the house. Jen hates social media. Shout out to you. David Bruce, how are you? Thank you, my love. I appreciate you so much, by the way. Shout out to you. It's just me. It says, hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Paige Collins, Nikki, Darcy, welcome everybody. Priya, how are you? NJ, welcome. Katie, Belen, how you doing, my love? Shout out to you, Belen. Leo Gurley, welcome. Kim Collins is in the house. Thank you. Cheeks, I said hello, didn't I? All right, everybody come through. Everybody. How are you, St. Pat? It is St. Patty's Day, huh? Happy St. Am I wearing any green? No, I'm not. Sorry. But I could make my background green. Hold up. Let me do that. Let me do that. Do I have a green? Yes, I do. Ooh, it's green. Hold up. I got a couple of options for green. There's this green. Hold up. One of these. Okay, I think that's the green. Okay, there's like a green blue. Okay, there's like a blue something. Okay, I think I'm just gonna make it green, okay? There you go. Green, 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 green. There you go. It's all green. Yes. Yeah, we're all Irish today. Shout out to you. Your shirt, it's blue. It's blue. It's my little pothead shirt. Got my little shrooms in on my shirt. Y'all can't see them. That's good. Shout out to y'all. Katarina, welcome. Shout out to you, gorgeous. Thank you for being here. Pyrex, how are you? Sammy has arrived. TLC is me. Nikki, how are you, my love? Shout out to Nikki. Now hold up. Now I gotta run and go blow my nose. Oh my goodness. Hold up, y'all. See, I had to go blow my nose. All right. Green is your color. Thank you. Storm, Peach, Becky, how are you, my love? Child Busby and Jane Doe are going to get deposed. How the tables have turned. Listen, we got the court documents, so we gotta like at least review some of it. So that's like an update to the stream. This is why it was taking me forever to pull everything. So I apologize that I was late, but I didn't mean to be late, guys. Nebby's in the house. Hey Sylvia, how are you, my love? Heidi's mind is here. Adas has arrived. Itzel. Thank you for being here. Who else? Who else? I think I've said hello to everybody. I'm doing good. The coffee's hitting. I still got to get like a couple more sips and then I'll feel a little bit better. But the coffee's coffee. The coffee is coughing. Shout out to us. It's getting there. It's getting there. Amanda, did I say hello? Shout out to Amanda. Thank you for being here. Welcome everybody. Let those notifications go out. I did change the time here, and I'm sure like people are kind of all over the place. Gma, is it grandma in Hawaii? Welcome, my love. Shout out to you. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Look at Vicky's in the house. Welcome, Vicky. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Y'all started drinking already. Let me know. Shout out to you guys. Abram, how are you? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Who else? Notice you came in and had to. I didn't have to blow my nose when Sylvia came in. I just happened like my nose was itchy. Y'all are too much in the chat. I'm not allergic to you. Shout out to y'all. Something was maybe it was the green. I will say thank you, my love. I appreciate it. I will say that this is like my favorite time of the year when it's like spring and the flowers and all this bullshit with the leaves getting picked up and the weather's starting to look nice and I like that. It's like my favorite. Short for Grandma Hawaii, easier for the grandkids. Shout out to you. Thank you. Welcome for the hangover if it's 18 for you. Okay. Well, shout out to y'all. Okay. Let's get going because we have much to review now. Let's see. Thank you so much. Oh, this is the same document. Okay, cool. So I didn't miss much here. Thank you, Vicky. Let me see if I can go straight to the transcript. Okay. So we have some Jay-Z news and my goodness. Let's see if I can open this with, let's do DocuHub. That's my favorite out of Google. Let's talk about Jay-Z, and then we're going to talk about Sudiksha Konanki because that whole well, what should we start first? Maybe I should ask you guys. What should we start with first? Hold up. Let's see. Let's do a little poll for the poll trolls. Let's start with, let me see where you guys are at. Jay-Z or Sudiksha. Let's go. Shout out to everybody. Go vote. And while you're voting, hit the like button. Girly, Leo Girly, I am, but I have yet, there's a contract on Rumble that I have to read because if I link Rumble to YouTube communicates with Rumble and it could affect my platform here. So I have to be very careful about what I'm linking. But I do have a Rumble and I kind of do want to get started on Rumble too, because I do see that there's a lot of craziness that goes on over there. So yeah, I'm down for some Rumble. Sure. Why not? Hell, it's the internet. Why not? Okay. Let me see where you guys are at. All right, cool. 43 votes so far. And okay. So we got Sudiksha and then we had Jay-Z. I think we might start with, look at, Sudiksha is definitely taking the lead on this poll. Should we start with that first? I just don't know how quick we can do Jay-Z because Jay-Z definitely, we got some documents there to review and I got to review all of it. Well, and this is a great question. We could definitely get into that. I think we're going to start here first, okay? Let's start with Sudiksha because we definitely have some stuff to get into. That case in itself is like really getting interesting, okay? For those that don't know, Sudiksha Konanki is a young woman who went on spring break with some friends to the DR, the Dominican Republic, okay? And she was last seen on, I guess, footage around 4:50 a.m. in the morning with a guy. And she has essentially gone missing. She wasn't reported missing until 4 p.m., so 12 hours later. It was said, the locals said that they went to search for her and that apparently a wave might have taken her. Like because she was seen walking along the beach with some gentleman. And now we know that it was somebody who's actually from the US who was traveling with this group and they were doing the spring break thing. Okay. Well, there's more footage of this whole situation. The guy by the name of Joshua Rebe has changed his story a couple times. It has been like, what the hell, right? Initially, he rescued her from the water. You know, he passed out because he drank a lot of seawater. Her bathing suit was found somewhere in the ocean or something like that. I mean, literally. It's been a lot. But I want to know what you guys think so far in the comments. Yeah. And this is the question. Was he in the group? That's what I want to know. And now we can apologize to the people of the DR. Well, do we know for a fact that that's what happened, though? We don't know. It's giving Natalie Holloway vibes. Her body has not been found. People have said, well, maybe she was trafficked. People have said so many different things. The guy has changed his story. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have the Rebate interview transcripts? I read the authorities have confiscated Rebate's passport. They have confiscated his passport. I don't have the transcript. What I do have is that apparently she had like a couple of charges on her Venmo prior to going missing. So that's been pulled. So let's get into it because we definitely got some footage to get to. I need you guys to know everything that's happening so that we can catch up. And then we'll get over to Jay-Z and that whole situation. So let's start right here. Now, where are my tabs? Come on now. Come on now. Oh, see, why do you do me like this? Sometimes it's like, here it is. So here we have, so TMZ just reported, actually, this was about 2 hours ago. Let's get into this news first. TMZ says that the University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki seen throwing up around the time of her disappearance. They have footage of this apparently. New video purportedly shows that the University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki and Joshua Ribe, the person of interest in her disappearance case, hanging out separately at a bar just hours before she vanished. Okay. Now, Noticias Seen, a TV station in the DR, obtained surveillance footage from the bar at the República Hotel in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic on March 6th. Now, I think we have the footage here. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's see what's up with this. Hold up now. Is there sound to this? There's no sound to this. Hold up. Let's see what we're seeing here. Let me make myself a little bit smaller now. Yeah, that's her right there. Yeah, beautiful young lady, but there's no sound to this footage. You could see if this is her right here, right? She's kind of talking to people, or is this her? See, I can't even tell. Did they isolate the footage? Which one is her? Huh. Let me see if I can. I'm going to pull the translation on this. So it reads, Sudiksha Konanki con Joshua Ribe en el bar del hotel. So here they're at the bar. Horas antes del misterioso desaparición de la joven el 6 de marzo en una playa de Punta Cana. So this was hours before her disappearance. En las imágenes aparece cada uno por su lado. So in this, hold up, y'all. I had to sneeze. Something's making me, I don't know, allergic. So this appears to be hours before her disappearance. She's in the white overalls, says Sarah. But they were in separate sides of the area, right? You said she's the one with the dark top? Okay, we're gonna have to see. Let me see if I can. How long is this? Oh, she's the one in the dark top. That's her right there. Hold up. I'm gonna remove myself. Well, no, I think I'm fine. So she's right here. She's got the little white purse. That's her. Okay, it's playing again. So she got the dark top. Thank you, Abraham, for pointing that out. So that's her then walking right there. Let me pause it right there. That's her. She's right there walking and she's kind of talking to the other people. Yeah, I think it's because of they all have like dark brown hair. There is a guy outside throwing up. Wow, she's the one in the dark top. You said she's the one in the white overalls, I think. He's outside. I think, but I'm saying I think she might be the one with the dark top. You said you could see him outside of the right. He has no top on. He's talking to the guy with the white shirt. He keeps bending over like he's throwing up. I know Mommy Brown. She's like, that's not her. That's you, Rabbit. Oh my God. It's strange that it was hours before because it's the timestamp says 5 a.m. Sarah, did you see the video outside of that? I don't know. Lord have mercy. Let me see. His story is all over the place. Yeah, his story is beyond comprehension. He should write a book. He's telling it. It's just weird. Thank you, Leo. Um, hold up, y'all. Let's see. So this is the footage. Yeah, thank you, Blank Screen. Like all of them are college students, right? Are they? What about the guy sitting at the bar? They really do blend in the background. Rabbit, when all the friends were walking together. Rabbit, when all the friends were walking together, says Sammy. He's the one throwing up. Hold up. Let me keep playing this, all right? So you guys are saying that this is her right here. Now let me pay attention. Hold up. Yeah, he's over there. This is him right there, right? He's got like the little. Is he throwing up? Ew. Gross. And that's her. Oh yeah, look at him. He's right there. He's like puking. He was puking it up. So when did he start puking? Before or after the wave came through? You said it appears that they were both throwing up. Well, this guy right here in the white tee right here, okay? He's over here puking, but he said that he started puking after the wave took him, right? Like took her and took him. He drank a lot of salt water. Was he already puking because maybe he had too much to drink? Kind of makes you wonder all of this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that he might have consumed a large amounts of alcohol, y'all. Lots of them. Lots and lots of alcohol. Maybe the kid thinks he would be blamed because he was a drunk mess. It's crazy. This is before they go to the beach. They already like drank a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, did he have the capacity to even harm her? That is the question. Hey, shortcake. Hey, Christy. That's a great question. Guys, alcohol in listen, if you alcohol in a different country, so it hits a little bit different, guys. It really does. Okay. If I go party it up in Mexico and I got, and over there I drink me some tequila, it's gonna hit me a little bit different than if I drink here, like the salsa and the Jose Cuervos and all those like tequila drinks. It's a little bit different than if you actually drink it over there in the amount and the purity of the alcohol and the all that other stuff. It's a little different. So I think for them it would be normal for them to drink if they're not really puke if they're not really used to the kind of alcohol and the way in which and how strong it is and whatnot. So it's a little bit different. I still think he did something with her with the inconsistencies of his story, but I'll eat crow if I'm wrong. Severe lack of judgment for both involved. You said I went to Atlantic City. Oh, I hope you had fun. And I got hit by the alcohol. It's the alcohol content is a lot stronger over there overseas. Let me tell you, you might be drinking here and you might be like, oh, I'm good. My tolerance is great. Go to a different country and have their little alcohol or in an island. I'm telling you, it hits you a little bit different. It does. You're going to get effed up. So please note that. So for me, you have these, kids on, and I say kids because I'm older than them, kids on spring break, drinking all kinds of alcohol, puking. The regulars are probably like, yeah, we're used to that. We're used to them puking all over the place. Yes. And plus being caught up in the moment with the group. Absolutely. There's another video of her in the lobby with their girlfriend going back and forth. Katarina, where is this video? Let me know where I can find it. There's another video of her in the lobby with the girlfriends going back and forth. Thank you. Hey, Christy B. He might just don't remember what happened. If he was drunk before and then like he had contact with her, we really don't know. They both could have been all fucked up and drunk. Somebody could have been watching her and said, no, I'm gonna be trafficking her, I'm gonna be taking her or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people get targeted. That is how people get targeted. Ooh, you said that Dominican rum will get you all the time. Oh my gosh. His interviews were given via translator. They both were very inebriated. It is a tragic situation all around. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Are y'all buying that she just drowned? Let me pull a little poll up here. I mean, that could very well be the case. Did she drown? Yes or no? Not sure yet. You're not buying that she drowned? I mean, if a body is found, let me know. Yes, and by the way, Storm, thank you for asking for this. My email has changed, guys. Stop emailing the Proton account. My email has changed. I've only kept the Proton account open only, for like the next 2 months, but that account will be canceled. I've had that email for like 3 years, the Proton, but we are moving over to this one because Proton sucks, and I'm realizing how much iCloud actually safeguards a lot of stuff. Hey, Oklahoma, how are you, my love? He changed his story many times. It's so scary to go anywhere. Absolutely. So make sure this is my email. Okay. Make sure you guys hit me up there if you're trying to email me. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is the video. You could see him throwing up, I guess. I don't know. But she's over here at a frame for a little while. She's talking to this guy. Who is this guy right here? Who's this guy? And are these the women that were with Sudiksha Konanki? Were these them? Because they both have dark tops too. It's kind of hard to tell exactly who. What we do know is that her bathing suit was brown. He's out here throwing up. It says right here, at other times, the young women look cheerful and lively. She can even appreciate. She can even be. Wait. She can even be appreciate. There's a typo here. She can even be seen appreciated, jumping, hugging a friend. This new material could offer crucial clues into Shudishka's final moments before disappearing on the beach at dawn while in the company of Ribe. This audio visual follows in the sequence to the first video where they're seen coming down hugging. This is the sequence that you were talking about. Where are you? Yeah, the girls were with her until they weren't with her. Katarina. Yeah, so she's giving her the hug. Okay. Somebody could have been watching them. That's right. Like they could have been watched for a while until somebody was targeted. The hotel lost power is strange. Both being drunk made her a very easy target. I think they were all easy targets. I'm gonna be honest with you. All of them. Hey Pepperoni, how are you, my love? I don't this might be the wrong story for that. Thank you guys. Hold up, y'all. Now let me look at this poll. What do you guys say? 71 votes. Okay, so 23% said she did drown. 22% said she did drown. 27% said no, and 51% not sure. Some of you guys don't know. Yeah, I know, Chrissy. Chrissy, we were talking about this. A lot of this brings back Natalie Holloway. Um, that's what it does. But I mean, are we ever going to find out what exactly happened? I don't know. So going back to the article, the video apparently captures Konanki in all. Okay, wait. This is Konanki. She's in all white clothes with her back to the camera, walking towards a grassy area, leaning over, seemingly to vomit. Then she strolls over to a friend and at one point excitedly jumps up and down. Okay. So that's her? So she's not in the brown, guys. Is she in the white or is she in the brown? He's over here like oh my god. It's just so hard to tell. And they all have dark brown hair. It's just kind of hard. You said she was wearing the white sarong as it was found on the beach. So the white sarong, thank you, Sarah. Okay. We're just reviewing this, y'all. We are not experts. I am not a legal expert. I'm just giving commentary. Thank you, Katarina. You said she's in the Y. I know we're over here fighting for his life. He's over here fighting for his life. Hey, Pika, how are you, my love? And Chico, shout out to Chico too. Hold up. But she's the one jumping, guys. Let me see. It's playing again. I wish this would have been bigger. I should have like edited this to make this bigger. Maybe I could have zoomed in with the editor. I do have an editor. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find I'm just going to review it again one more time and then I'm done. There's a lot of people there and clearly they were in a group until they weren't, right? And who are all have these people been interviewed right here, the ones that are sitting by the bar? That's the question that I have. Okay, so this is her. So she goes out there to throw up. I mean, this must be like a regular thing. That's her right there. This is what TMZ is saying. And then there she is. But this is not a sarong, is it? It's like a full-on t-shirt. He's out there throwing up. The camera goes out of view to kind of face him. So she's puking and he's puking. Okay, there she is jumping. That's her. This is her. There you go. So she took that whole sarong off or whatever. Like it just looks like a big t-shirt, honestly. It doesn't really look like maybe it's a thing. I don't know. And they're outside just barfing. And then again, I lived in better and safer places. Shout out to you. I agree with Sylvia. There's more than we don't know. I don't think we know enough. And yeah, like she's in the white. Yeah, we used to party as hell back in the day, but there was never reckless about it. I was always aware of my surroundings all the time. I could tell you some crazy ass party stories, but I'm just saying. Yes, where can we find this new video? Who said it? Yeah, it's like a whole swimsuit cover up. So was that what was found? We heard that, Katarina, there was some drownings that had happened, I believe in January, and it was said it was like 3 of them. Okay, hold up. So that's her. And then, but Joshua, look, she hugs her friend and they're hugging. Okay, that's her. But she did throw up. That's so they were both puking. I don't know what the hell. They were all puking. And then he's out here. Look, Joshua looks like he can't even stand still. He's all tipsy. She goes out of frame, still talking to her friends. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. That is crazy. Ew, and he's still throwing up. So when did they meet up? That's the question. When did they meet up? And then it further says the article. The video apparently captures Konanki in all white clothing with her back to the camera, walking towards a grassy area, leaning over, seemingly to vomit. She then strolls over to a friend and at one point excitedly jumps up and down. Can you imagine vomiting and then jumping upside, like just jumping afterwards? Clearly they had way too much alcohol before, right? Meanwhile, Noticias Scene identified a man hunched over the grass near Konanki as Ribe, who also appeared to be vomiting. Ribe and Konanki never interacted in the video. Hold up. Is this another video? Oh, here it is. The one I'm talking about. Here it is. Okay. Katarina, this is the one you were asking about, by the way. Hold up. Let me remove my email. Okay, for those that don't know, this is the new email. Hit me up right there if you need to email me, okay? So this is them. Watch again. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Instagram. There might be a better view there. There's a video of them walking outside the resort too. Yeah, I think this is it. Not the one outside the resort. Let's see. Let's translate this real quick. In the images captured hours before her disappearance, Sudiksha appeared moving along the hotel lobby and then approaches a point as if to look outside. Then he leaves the camera with his friend. However, videos revealed no key details about the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. I wonder if they were being watched, guys. Look at them. They're all there. I mean, you could tell that they're like, students. They're all like together, You definitely see something going on here. Huh. And they're all wearing white here. What happened to the friends with the black tops? So it's like her and like 3 of her friends? That's weird. I don't know. It's crazy. I never have to worry about hangovers again. Lord have mercy. Yeah, so okay. This is the footage, and then it says the news station also acquired additional security footage allegedly capturing Konanki around a hotel lobby with her friends before they eventually stepped out of frame. Both videos were recorded around the time Konanki went missing in the early mornings of March 6th after taking a stroll along the beach with Ribe, the last person seen with her. Cops say Konanki's body has not been recovered, but they believe she may have drowned in the ocean and have not ruled out foul play. Okay, so, oh, come on. Her clothes were also found draped over a beach chair, leading investigators to believe that she took a dip in the rough waters before going missing. Police have labeled Ribe a person of interest after he reportedly gave varying accounts of what happened under questioning. Ribe has also not been charged with the crime, but the authorities have pulled his passport so that he can't leave the country during an ongoing probe. Hold up. Let's see. Let's refresh this real quick. And let me see something real quick. Hold up. So let me show you guys.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done, and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from me with my children. I did try a GLP-1 once.
Come on,
before,
Mummy Brown. After
40
is the new 20. Didn't we say that? I told you. I said once I turned 40,
I'm just really happy
again.
That my kids
except when I fell down on
who can do things with
black
them.
ice.
With Mochi Health, I lost 60 pounds. And they're giving me the tools to win.
That hurt.
Check out joinmochi.com.
That hurt for a while. I'm just gonna say that. Hold up. Let's see. There's no sound of this. So they found that little. Okay, so is that what they found on the beach? The white little sarong cover up or whatever? You said Jazzy Jazz said that they were in the resort. Those are usually very secure places, not like they were roaming free. In the DR, that would be different in my opinion. I don't know about anything being secure though in a resort or anything like that. I don't know. Like I think tourists are targeted all the time, and she was wearing that, and they were side by side. Personally, I just feel like so that was what was found. The videos of her dancing are not on CCTV, and her flip-flops are under the chair. If you put your flip-flops, to me that sounds like you ripped them off and put them there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they were thrown.
Is there anybody in there?
They found a flip-flop on this side and then the other side. If you know what I mean? Like, they were placed there, okay? They were placed there. Now, hold up. Let me pull another link that I also saw. That's one. So she made 2 Venmo payments. Let's see. Hold up right here. Missing Pitt student made 2 Venmo payments day before she vanished in the DR. Okay. So let's get into this real quick. Yeah. They really are secure. They have one too many armed guards around the resort. And that's one of the many reasons I stay in resorts when I travel abroad. The armed guards are around the facility. Can I ask you a question though? If they're the armed, who do they work for? Do they work for the facility, or do they, like, who are they for, like, the resort? Are they armed security for, like, I'm questioning this. Who do they work for? NBC has a video up of them walking in the path. Okay, thank you, Abby. Hold up. NBC News. Hold up. I keep misspelling her name. Wait, what was the comment? Hold up. Walking in the path. I think, isn't that the same one we just showed, or is there a different one? I feel like I might have seen this already. You talking about this one right here? This one? Hold on.
Punta Cana resort where she was staying. Konanki is seen headed to the beach with friends around 4 a.m.
Yeah, we just saw this one. I feel like I've already seen this one. She gave her friends her phone and her parents could see. Oh, no worries, Abby. We've already seen this one. No worries, love. They work for the hotel and the security. Okay. Her friends took her wallet and her phone, though. I don't understand why they would take them and leave her with, like, well, is he a stranger or did he travel with them? So, and it says, so she makes 2 Venmo payments. The 20-year-old first payment was made to an unspecified user at about 2:54 p.m. with only an emoji of a sailboat added to the transaction description. At about 3:38 p.m., she paid a second Venmo user for the Coco Bongo, seemingly referencing the popular Punta Cana nightclub billed as the hottest nightclub spot in the Dominican Republic. She was last seen walking on the beach with the Iowa tourist Joshua Ribe. Okay. So we've seen this. This is the Venmo stuff that I saw this on Facebook too, guys. That people were showing this. Hold up. I don't want the ad. The 20-year-old Virginia native made the transactions 40 minutes apart on the afternoon of March 5th, according to The Sun. Paid new user. Who's the new user? Who is the new user? I wonder if they're looking into that. Who's that? A new friend that she made or something? Well, Big John Casey, yes and no. Are we gonna find her body? That's the question. That would solve, I think, maybe would answer a couple questions. I don't know if it would solve everything. I don't know. I think there's a lot of questions to even jump into conclusions, honestly. But I understand where you're coming from with that. Hold up. Now, Itzel says, huh. No, I have not. I'll have to check that out, Itzel. Thank you. Sorry, I got your message. There's just a lot of unanswered questions. But who is the new user? So she made those 2 Venmo payments the afternoon before she disappeared. The shoes were placed under the chair. So that tells me she didn't just throw her shoes. Like, she placed them under there. Right? Yeah, most are undecided if you look at the poll. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Let's see. I guess I guess these places really don't want bad press. They don't, because they survive on the tourism. College kids transfer money between Venmo, Cash App, etc. all the time. That is correct, Taylor. That is correct. I agree. He's a person of interest. People just got to be careful, and young people have to be very careful when they're traveling. But have they been, you said, Chico, they have now been out of the ban list when they were not there before. I'm kind of wondering, you said, I went to Punta Cana on our honeymoon, stayed at the Royalton Bravaro, not far from where she was staying. I was super sick the whole time, and the workers at the resort tried to sell drugs to us. Wait, Queen, they tried to sell drugs to you guys? Oh my goodness. Was that like what do you mean they were trying to sell drugs to you, Queen CC? Like, what were they trying to sell? Hold up. Now I'm curious, Queen CC. Everybody's got a different conclusion. All of this friends leaving each other anywhere with just anyone. Me and mines will have our backs. I know. Yeah, we ordered room service and they try to offer us white powder. Kind of makes you wonder, like, what made them want to offer you white powder? You know what I mean? The news was saying that DR is dangerous. I don't know. I feel like, the thing about this is, like, people do have to be careful when they travel, but that's like anywhere that you go. You know what I mean? Everywhere in the world, you have to be careful. You really shouldn't be trusting anybody, honestly. That's how I see. Your mind can remember more details over time. Perhaps this is what's happening, not him changing his story. I don't know. I have a lot of questions about Rebay. He could very well have nothing to do with this, and he was just happening to walk with her. He could have been drinking a lot. And also, I don't know. Maybe he could have also been given something in his drink. We don't know. We don't know anything. The point of the matter is that she's not here, and I don't think that she just drowned. Or maybe they found her in the, I don't know, beach area and then decided to kidnap her. It's a lot of different variant things that could have happened. And he could have just been like, well, she left. And then he just grabbed his stuff and then went back in there and didn't realize that she was missing. And the friends didn't go and check on her. They went on an excursion afterwards and literally waited, I don't know how many hours, to call her missing. And time, when somebody's missing or kidnapped, it's all about time, guys. All about time. Okay. So we don't know what could have happened to her. But I do think that even though you have the armed people, it doesn't make that doesn't make anywhere safe, if you know what I mean. You just have to be careful. Here you have a bunch of 20-year-olds that are, partying it up. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. Just gotta be careful. That's it. That's all. Let's see. I wouldn't go back after that experience. You think that the resorts are safe, but the resort workers don't make much money either. Yeah, anything is dangerous. Drinking around near a body of water is dangerous, period. All of it. All of it. It's all dangerous. Okay. So we're going to keep talking about this whole situation, but we do have to get to Jay-Z and these documents, guys, because I am just like, wow. Okay, let's get into this Jay-Z stuff. Hold up, y'all. Not right now. Let's see. See if I can find the transcripts. Apparently we have some transcripts and I have not read them. Transcripts. So for those that don't know, this is about a Jane Doe, okay? An alleged Jane Doe that's now being sued. Back in October, she alleged that she was, Lord have mercy, these are all the declarations too. Okay. She alleged that Jay-Z and Diddy argued her at a VMA parties back in the 2000s. There's been so much that has been going back and forth on this case. So we're going to get right into these documents. Let me share this. I saw that Megan Cuniff also posted some documents as well. The inadmissible transcripts, I don't know. I'm confused about a lot of this. Start at page 12. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me where to start. So let's go right to page 12. Thank you. Page 2. Wait. Some numbering. Page 8. Exhibits. Right here? Vicky, right here? This part? Let me look at Vicky's comments real quick. Is this the part, Vicky? Let me know. Because the numbering of it is off. Exhibit A. Okay. Let me go back. Exhibit A. Okay. Interview of blank blank on February 12th. Excuse me, 21st. 2025? Okay, yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm like jumping. So there was knocking. So these are transcripts. Okay. Birds chirping, footsteps, knocking on the door, dog barking. Blank blank. Hi, how can I help y'all? Charlotte responds, hey, how are you? Good. Who are you? Charlotte responds, oh, puppy, can you step out for a second? Or can you? I don't want him to bite us. I'm assuming this is Jane Doe that's blank blank. I'm going to call her Jane Doe. Jane Doe responds, oh, he doesn't respond. Charlotte responds, oh, okay. Jane Doe says, how can I help y'all? James Butler, who's another person in this, responds, how's everything? Blank. Jane Doe responds, yeah. James says, how are you doing? My name is Robert. This is Charlotte. And we just came to kind of talk to you real quick. Kind of run a couple of things by you. We just kind of want to see what's going on. I know there's kind of a court case going on, and it has since gone away. Jane Doe responds, yeah. James Robert Butler says, so we're just here trying to figure out what happened with that. We're actually thinking that you might have been taken advantage of a little by maybe an attorney. Does that sound like something maybe that? Jane Doe responds, who are you guys? Charlotte responds, we're not here to hurt you or anything. We just want to talk. Okay. All right. So Jane Doe is at her house. Okay. These attorneys come over there, knock, knock. Oh, how are you? We want to talk to you about you were possibly taken advantage of on this whole court case thing, right? Like, okay. All right. We're going to get into this, okay? I'm even the feel of the way in which they're approaching you just sounds kind of off. How did they even find her? Question. Okay, how did they even find her? That's the question. She's like, who are you guys? It keeps going. Who are you guys? Charlotte responds, we're not here to hurt you or anything. We just want to talk. Jane Doe says, or asks, how did you find where I am? How did you guys find out who I am? That's the question. James Robert Butler responds, well, based on the interview and all the paperwork that we've got, it was kind of a piece together. But listen, no, bitch. Right there should have been cut off. What do you mean based on the paperwork and the interview? She's supposed to remain as a Jane Doe. They literally went to her house and said all this? Charlotte Henderson responds, you're going to remain a Jane Doe. Well, she's not much of a Jane Doe if you guys came into the house and said, we pieced things together based on the interview. And Charlotte says, you're going to remain as a Jane Doe. Oh my God. James Robert Butler responds and says, very simply, they don't want your name to come out at all. They're kind of okay with that, with you being a Jane Doe. But obviously, now that everything's been dropped, They want to clear everything and make sure that, so basically, I had a few questions. Jane Doe responds, okay. James Robert Butler says, hoping that, again, if you cooperate and kind of tell us what's going on, everything will remains a Jane Doe. We don't tell anyone who you are or what's going on. Or, excuse me, we don't tell anyone who you are or what's going on. Nothing. So it's like if you talk to Hunt, I'm trying to understand, like, is he like negotiating? If you cooperate and kind of tell us what's going on, everything remains as a Jane Doe. What in the fuck is this? Y'all see how she's taught? Literally. That's a threat, right? You came into the house, you came into her door and told her, like, literally. What happened here? She should have told him to fuck off. I mean, literally. Sounds like an extortion. It appears they're threatening her. Isn't it giving that vibe? Was that Pineapple Head? I got rid of Pineapple Head picture. She should have just slammed the door right away. Because that sounds like a threat to me. I don't know which one of these Pineapple Heads was talking to her. I'm just saying. Okay, so then it says, this feels off, guys. This feels really, really off. I get that they're licensed PIs. I get it, but like, I get it, but I don't know. This just feels off to me, the way they approach this. I get that they're licensed PIs. And then it says, okay. James Robert Butler, hoping that, again, if you cooperate and kind of tell us what's going on, everything remains a Jane Doe. What if she doesn't cooperate? She won't be a Jane Doe anymore? We don't tell anybody who you are or what's going on. Nothing. She responds, okay. James then asks, so a couple of quick questions. Was, how did you end up approaching the attorney? How did you end up approaching the attorney? Or did the attorney approach you? How did that work? Jane Doe responds, something I saw on Facebook. James asked, you saw what on Facebook? An ad? James then asked, do you mind if we just, so that the barking? All right, I'm sorry. I guess there was a dog barking. Charlotte said, it's okay. Jane Doe responds, I'm just curious as to how y'all found out or figured out who I am and where I am, because they said they wouldn't release it even. James says, so they kind of didn't, but just in the interview and some of the things, like when you take 4 little pieces of things and add them together, we narrowed it down to find 20 to 30 people. And then eventually just doing background checks and Facebook and everything kind of matches. Wow. Charlotte responds, and like I said, we still want you to be anonymous. I would be scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I know they're PIs, but I'd be like, you want me to remain anonymous? Are PIs supposed to come over to your house? I mean, if they're invited, I guess. Oh my God. It's the kind, right, Vicky? It's like this kind of we did, kind of didn't, kind of we didn't do it. I don't know. Charlotte then responds, everything was Jane Doe, and that's exactly, everything was Jane Doe, and that's exactly the way it's going to remain. But we just have a few questions. Okay, says Jane Doe. James then says, so you found what? You found a lawyer, or you found something on Facebook like? Jane Doe responds, I found something on Facebook for Ava, and they put me in touch with Tony, and then that's how it went. Which is exactly what Busby presented in his little thing, like that she reached out to them, and there's an intake application that's been put on those legal paperworks. Tony, she responds, Busby. Okay, James says, okay, so that's who you contacted first. Did you ever meet him? Yeah, she responds. Butler then says, okay, we're just double checking because I know he has a lot of people who work in his office. Jane Doe says, yeah, no, I met him. He flew me out to blank blank. James responds, Houston? Jane Doe says Houston. James then asks or states, okay, so you went and saw him there? Charlotte, the other person responds or asks a question. Did you go by yourself? Jane Doe says, yeah. Charlotte then says, okay. Timestamp there. James then asks, did he give you money to pay for the trip? Or did he just reimburse you? Question. Okay. Did he give you money to pay for the trip? Or did he just reimburse you? Jane Doe responds, no, he paid for it. Charlotte then says he flew her out there. James then says, right, so he did pay. Okay. Since the situation, have you been paid at all for what's going on? Now, when you first talked to him, was he promising you anything? Or did he help you with your story? Or you got your story on your own? Like what? What was the initial meeting with him like? See, this right here is very leading in the questions, okay? Because already you're assuming you're not approaching this Jane Doe in, like, what's the word? There's a legal word for this, and I can't remember what it is. But you're not approaching the Jane Doe in like good faith or like having her just tell you her part. You've already assumed here. Because the thing is that the lawsuit was withdrew. I get this part. She can't refile all this other stuff, but it doesn't automatically mean that she completely lied. We don't know. But here, this is what bothers me about this PI. Already, he's filling in the blanks for this, and that kind of makes it like look bad for Jay-Z's side too, if you know what I mean. You're leading the witness. Thank you, Storm. That's the thing that I have a problem with. Jane Doe says it's not an organic conversation, if you know what I mean. Jane Doe says the first time I met him was in a coffee shop. Charlotte questions, okay, here or in Texas? In Houston, she responds. James then asks, okay, so you met him and did you go through each step or he just sat down and you just talked? Jane Doe responds, we talked about what all was going to go through and what had happened. Her response is, we talked about what all was going to go through and what all had happened. So meaning like we talked about the process and what happened. Okay. James responds, okay. Charlotte then asks, so something happened or did he tell you what happened? Jane Doe says, no, he didn't tell me what happened. Something actually happened when I was 13. I ran away and I ended up there. Charlotte then says, what did it involve? Anybody that you named? Jane Doe responds, it involved Jay-Z and Diddy, but not the other two. It involved Jay-Z and Diddy, but not the other two. James asked the question, okay, why did it now get dropped? Jane Doe responds, because I was too scared to go forward with it. They told me he was threatening to kill me. Jay-Z was threatening. They told me Jay-Z was threatening to kill me. So she did say that. Huh? I don't know what to make. Like, what? Okay. All right. Did y'all hit the like button yet? Okay, because this is like too much. Oh, I'm confused. I'm confusional on this, honestly. It could be Shauna B. Could be. Okay. She says, because I was too scared to go forward with it. They told me he was threatening to kill me. Jay-Z was threatening. Charlotte responds or asks the question, who told you that? Jane Doe says, they told me Jay-Z was threatening to kill me. James says, who? Charlotte then asks, who told you that? Jane Doe responds, the lawyers. James then asks, the lawyers did? Charlotte Henderson asks, Busby? Jane Doe then says, yeah, he said that there was threats against my life and that saying anything else could get me in a lot of trouble, that he could come after me. Well, keep in mind, this is all in recording. Okay? James, by the way, thank you for highlighting this because I'm like, what? James then asks the question, or I guess makes a statement. Well, I can almost promise you that that's not accurate. That's probably what. So the problem is them going forward. I think they were facing a lot of repercussions from it. And I think they might have tried to talk to you out of just getting rid of the case. Okay, says Jane Doe. James then says, so now I know you had the military service. How come what happened to the military service that you kind of left early? So the Jane Doe was in military? Jane Doe responds, I just got injured. James says, you got injured? We saw some of your Facebook stuff that said some of the issues you have now is from the military. All right. So far as you're concerned, the whole story you gave is accurate. Jane Doe responds, yes. So James says they just talked you into drop the case. Because now, well, I'm not going to say they talked you into it, but they kind of told you that. Jane Doe responds, no, they talked me into dropping the case. So she says, no, they talked me into dropping the case. James responds, okay, and you were not planning on dropping the case. Did they ever promise you money, or they just said, well, see what happens? Or Jane Doe responds, well, they said that I would get a payout, but I already knew that was not 100% accurate. So she was aware of this. Charlotte says, did you sign an agreement or anything, any kind of retainer, like you retain them to handle the case, that they would give you 50% or you would get 50%? Jane Doe responds, yes, it was. I did sign something like that. Charlotte then says, okay, that they would get it? Okay. And then when they dropped it, did you have to pay an expense or anything? Okay. James says, no. Okay. This is confusing because they're like filling in the blanks for her. Charlotte responds, so you haven't paid them anything and they haven't paid you anything. Okay. So you honestly believe I don't know the entire story of what happened when you were 13, why you ran away and yada, yada, yada. But Jay-Z, Charlotte said JD. It's Jay-Z, Charlotte. You have to know who you're working with. Please know who you're working with. Jay-Z, you feel like they raped you? Robert response, we don't know. Jane Doe response, it was more Diddy, but Busby brought Jay-Z into it. Busby brought Jay-Z into this situation. That's what she says. It was more Diddy, but Busby brought Jay-Z into it. So when Jane Doe filled out the Ava Law Group intake form, who filled it out? Was it Busby or was it Jane Doe? What the fuck is going on, guys? Now I'm cussing. Thank you. She reveals she served military service in the embassy interview. Busby literally wanted Jay-Z to find her and maybe threaten her and get Jay like that. He thought he was a dumb. Lord have mercy. You can't make this up. His transcripts were not certified, says Sexy Nessa. Guys, like, this is too much. This is too much. They're not certified, but they're in the court. Sexy Nessa, but they have a whole recording of this, right? This is way too much in the. I don't even listen. I am not team for anybody. I'm just reporting the information as they go. Can I just say that for the record? Your Honor, for the record, this is too much. Okay, this is too much. And I'm not team anybody. We want the truth. What is the truth? Okay. Thank you. I have a lot of questions. That's all. And shout out to everybody in the chat for understanding how confusing this is. But let's keep going. James then says, see, now, if you don't mind, can you explain that? Because that kind of the blank blank. Jane Doe explains, he asked if Jay-Z was there. I said, yes. James then says, so when you originally sat down at the coffee shop, you told him that Diddy did something to you? Jane Doe responds, yes, because it started out. It was just Diddy and blank. And then Jay-Z came in. James then asks, but not from your mouth. Yeah, says Jane Doe. James then asks, he asked you about Jay-Z? Yeah, says Jane Doe. James then says, but Jay-Z you're saying he was definitely there, but he was no part in it, or he was just, Jane Doe says he was there. Okay. This is where, I'm going to tell you guys something. And for those Jay-Z fans, all right, this is where the shit does not make sense. Alex Spiro came forward and he did a whole PowerPoint where he broke this down. And he was like, with a TED Talk and everything, okay? And he said that Jay-Z was not there. Jane Doe is saying that Jay-Z was there. Now, did he R her? That doesn't look like is what happened. But was he at this location? That's the question. Because she could have been R'd, but it probably wasn't Jay-Z. Hell, we don't even know if it was Diddy. Maybe it was. I don't know. I wasn't there. But this is where all of this falls. Like this whole alibi of he wasn't there. He couldn't have been there. It falls, guys. It does. But it makes no sense. So let's keep going. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, because it started out, it was just Diddy and blank, and then Jay-Z came in, but not from your mouth. Yeah. Robert then says, he asked you about Jay-Z? Yeah. So then James Robert and asks, but Jay-Z you're saying he was definitely there, but he had no part in it, or he was just blank blank. He was there, says Jane Doe. Charlotte then says he was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with any sexual act towards you. It was strictly, yeah, says Jane Doe. Charlotte then says, okay. James says, okay. And now we're going to talk about it at a party or something like that, right? An after party. So he was just present at the party. Okay. So you only got into Jay-Z's name because he was asking you. And did he suggest that Jay-Z might have had some part in it? Jane Doe then says he was the one that was kind of pushed me towards going forward with him, with Jay-Z. Charlotte then says, with Jay-Z, Busby did? Jane Doe says, yeah. James says, did you know why? Jane Doe says, no. James then says, he never mentioned it. Did you ask, why did you keep harping on? Jane Doe says, no. Okay, time out. This is too much. This is too much. All right, it is too much. Let's keep going. James says, okay. Charlotte says, but did you do the interview with NBC? Who set that up? Tony did. See, Tony set it up and he wasn't even fucking there. Or at least they met. I cannot with Busby. I cannot with anybody at this point. Charlotte says, Tony. James Robert Butler says, Busby. says Jane Doe. Charlotte then says, Busby, okay, so where did you do the interview? In Busby's office in Houston. That's where Jane Doe did the interview, in Busby's office in Houston. Chloe Malis was invited to the Busby office in Houston. That's what happened. Busby is trash, in my opinion. I'm just saying, like, that interview was not a good interview, but that's just my thought on that. Okay. Jane Doe says, no, hold up. Charlotte says, okay, and he flew you out there again for that, or was it at the same time? Jane Doe says, no, it was at the same time. He flew me out. Charlotte says he called NBC and he got him there. And Jane Doe responds, yeah. Charlotte says, okay. James then says, okay, that's all right. Listen, we definitely appreciate that you're being honest, because like you said, again, when it comes to Jay-Z, we're kind of here on his behalf-ish. They're working for Jay-Z on his behalf-ish, because we believe that he said, I don't even know what, I had no part of that. And if you were pushing to saying that, that's something that kind of's worthwhile to us. Charlotte says, yeah. Jane Doe then says, you're here on Jay-Z's behalf? She's asking the question. James says, not on his behalf. Charlotte responds indirectly, but Jay-Z had nothing to do with this, correct? Right, says Jane Doe. Charlotte then says, other than that he was at the party that you were at. So, I mean, he did not assault you. No. So he didn't assault her. Okay. Where do we go from here? I'm so like, it's insane. It's insane. It's tiring. It's insane. Charlotte then says, hold up, let's see how long this is, because I have to go here in a minute. Oh man. Okay, let me finish this up real quick. Charlotte then says, would you be willing to give us an affidavit to that effect? James then says, and from what we're told, if you do an affidavit saying that this is true, they pretty much have said that they will remain keeping your name as a Jane Doe all the way through. Yeah, okay. Charlotte then says, you will be a Jane Doe. James says they're a little more upset with, they think you're more of a victim on the end of that case, that they took advantage of you and kind of made you say things that maybe were not accurate to make their case better. Charlotte responds, right, to get them more money. Jane Doe then says, yeah. James says, so if that's true, that's something we kind of blank. Charlotte then says, that we need to know. James says, because I hate to say it, you have children. They have children also. If one was responsible, that's one thing. One was not responsible. His kids, his wife, his family, how they're hearing what he might be responsible for, something that nobody wants to be accused of if they didn't do it. You understand that? Jane Doe says, yeah. Robert then says, I'm sure you can understand that. I mean, Jane Doe then says, yeah. James, nobody wants their kids thinking bad of them. Charlotte, right. So would you be willing to help us as far as the fact that the things that you said about Jay-Z were not accurate? James says, we just want to set the record straight so that we're able, so that Charlotte then cuts in and says, so that he can move on and this can get out. And this can get out of his, being accused of this, because it didn't happen. Correct? Jane Doe says, you have a good day, guys. James says, are you sure? Charlotte says, come here. It's okay. James says, I promise we're not here to hurt you. We're not. Charlotte then says, we're going to try to help you. We're not doing this to hurt you. This is all to help you. Believe me. What's wrong? Tell me. Talk to me. James says, yeah, if you have any concerns, tell us. What are they? We'll see if they can. Charlotte then says, just talk to me. If JC didn't have anything to do with this, it's okay. But if he did, we need to know. I mean, I promise we're not here to hurt you. And like I said, we're going to keep you out of it. We're going to be Jane Doe. You're going to be Jane Doe. Excuse me. James says, we're just going to set the record straight. That's really the only thing we're here for. Charlotte responds, I promise. Jane Doe says, I don't want him getting mad at me. Charlotte then says, he's not. And I don't know where these threats that never made, that came from Busby, that never happened. JC never said anything like that. Jane Doe says, but you're saying he found me, and you guys are here because he found me. Charlotte responds, I don't know that he found you. James says, I don't know if he found you. Like I said, we're going to keep your name as Jane Doe. We are just independent hires. Like, we just come talk to you and try to set the record straight. That's all we're told to come for. And as long as you were honest and kept it, and they kind of said, we're going to get a lawyer to come. And a lawyer has nothing to do with anything. Have you sign an affidavit, set the record straight, and keep you as a Jane Doe, just to kind of clear out, just clear the truth. Charlotte responds, right. We just want to know that Jay-Z was not there, but he had nothing to do with your sexual assault. Wait, but he was there. Let me read that. It says, right, we just want to know that Jay-Z was there, but had nothing to do with your sexual assault. Well, was he there or wasn't there? Can somebody ask Alice Spiro whether he was there or wasn't there? Let me know. James says, and that's all. Like, we're not asking you to say nothing bad happened to you. We're not here to say that you're, just that. Charlotte then says, yeah, and we're not dismissing the fact that something happened to you. That has nothing to do with, but we just want to clarify that Jay-Z did not have anything to do with this, and that he didn't sexually assault you. James Robert then says, is that a fair assessment? Jane Doe says, yeah. James says, okay, that's all. Charlotte says, that's all we need. That's all we want. And that's all we want to do is just ask you about that. And if you're willing to sign an affidavit to the fact that Jay-Z had nothing to do with this, James Robert then interrupts and says, and that's all it would say. It's not going to say anything else about anything else that happened to you that night, just that he was not a participant. And then when they go forward, it's because they have a problem with the other folks now, because they're trying to make up things against their client. So they're going to look to go after them, and they can leave your name out of it as a Jane Doe with cooperation, because there's no reason to include you, because we do think you're kind of a victim, and we think they kind of took advantage of you. Jane Doe then says, but how does this help me? The $1 million question that she asked, that we all wanted to know, how does this help me? James says, it keeps you anonymous. And to be honest, it sets the record straight. Like I said, I don't think it's necessarily fair that some of his kids think that they did something that they didn't do. And I'd say, obviously, he's very popular. A lot of people think that he did something really horrible. And if he didn't, he wants to straighten it out. Jane Doe response, y'all have a nice afternoon. Charlotte says, can we call you? She probably slammed that door on them. Oh my God. Now can y'all just hit the like button, because that was a read, my friends. That was a read. Okay. I don't know what to think. What do you guys think? That's wild. Yeah, that's what I need to. That's too much. Thank you for the applause. I tried to read everything. Oh my God, that is too much. Listen, Spiro's gonna Spiro. I don't know. I wasn't there. That was a read. That was too much of a read. That's too much. Look, I don't know what happened. If she lied, then she lied. If she didn't lie, then she didn't lie. It all needs to be exposed on both sides. These people I don't care for. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're celebrities. They're going to do the shit that they do. I don't know. It's too much. It's definitely too much. All right, guys, I got to head out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. I got to head out because I got to go tend to baby bunny. I might do a second live, but I need a little break because this is a little too much, guys. I got to go get some water and this is it. Yeah, Spiro's going to Spiro. That's what he's going to. That's my thought on that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit the like button. Thank you. That was an event that was too much. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. I'm out. Oh, and let me shout out some people that supported the stream. Hold up. Oh, thank you. You said you don't trust it? Shout out to you. Oh my God. Y'all are too much. Hold up. Thank you for those that hit the Venmo and the Cash App. I appreciate it. I'm not going to say your name. I'm sorry. I don't want to shout you out because it's got your legal name there. But shout out to everybody. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.